looking for answers, but I'm blinded by the light. I'm lost in the music, and I stay here for the night. I promise I'll be gone in the morning, out of sight and out of mind.
Welcome to Elite FPL. This is a completely spontaneous stream that I'm doing. Nobody watches Elite FPL at 1 o'clock in the afternoon. So on a what was it, a Tuesday afternoon. So I just thought I'd throw up a stream and talk about my team going into. Oh no! I just realised I've here we go. Change it over. Going into game week 10 and how confident I am and what I'm planning to do with obviously navigating the blank game week there. Obviously City and Arsenal are blanking, and just kind of evaluate the performance of game week 9. I mean, game week 9 was kind of crazy game week. Trossard getting a hat trick, Haaland getting a hat trick. It's Madison getting a massive haul as well. Anyone watching this? Bruce here, Peter Scullion's here, 8 a.m. in the morning for him. I live in Thailand. Nice one. Kun, thank you, man. Thank you for being here. Thank you ever so much for being here. So with this haul of points that I've got, I'm taking the attitude, like we had a discussion about FPL, is it going to get boring? Yes or no? with Haaland being the one that everyone's just going to be captaining every single game week, we need to make sure that the rest of our team, the 10 extra players that we have, are going to work for us, right? They need to work for us to get those points. So net 100 points, I'm pretty confident I can take a hit going into game week 10. In doing so, I will be removing what I consider to be disappointment. Well, one disappointment, one for fixtures, and the other one is just, again, another. I would say probably two disappointments, really. Two disappointments, one for fixtures. So I think the eagle-eyed Brew's already seen Dallo in my team. So yeah, I mean, I'm happy that I got on Maddison, like a lot of other people did, and there'll be lots of people getting him in now. So he's going to be going up in price. Zaha, happy with him, happy having him in my team. The real kind of areas I want to improve in are Tony. I'm not feeling that confident with Tony. I feel like I could spread my money around more effectively. I mean, we talk about the big at the back, the money in the back that people have been using since the beginning of the season. Trent Alexander-Arnold, very much a disappointment at the moment. Liverpool will come good. They will get better. I have no doubt that Trent will become a good asset at some point in the season, but right now he's just not looking good. He's not looking good defensively. And he's not looking that amazing attacking as well. So it's easy after a good week. Yeah, absolutely. Hello, hey Dazid. Hey Sparta. Hey Karma Baby. What's going on? What's going on, everybody? I thought the rule was you must take a minus 16 minimum after having a 100-point game week. Well, we'll talk about that. So I've taken a minus 8. That's right. I've taken a minus 8. And I know that not everybody's going to be enthusiastic with my transfers. I know there's probably going to be some trolls and you'll be like, well, hang on, Jason. You've not even had midweek games. You're doing these transfers now. Yeah, I just did them. I literally am going balls to the wall, taking a minus 8. I've done 3 transfers. I'm going half a lever, and I'm bringing in players that I'm really trying to get on top. Like I really want to kind of capitalize on the prices and spreading my funds out more effectively in my team. Brew, same old Jason. Look at this though, guys. I am now overall rank 551,000. Like, I'm climbing the ranks really, really well right now. I'm super happy. I want to keep going on this wave. Everyone's going to captain Haaland the weekend anyway. So I want to make sure the rest of my team is tip-top condition. Ward, can we just spend a few moments just to appreciate that Danny Ward got owners 8 points. 8 points. Not only did he get a clean sheet, he got 3 saves as well. And a bonus point. Like, that's just wow. Just amazing. Did you get anyone get Iverson in? Thinking that he would start ahead. So going into next week, this is my team. I've got I'm happy to keep Ward in goal against Bournemouth. I've got James Dallo in against Everton, which I think he's capable of getting me something in that game. Trippier against Brentford. I've got Zaha, Martinelli, Maddison and De Bruyne in midfield. All very key players to their teams. Martial, I brought him in. Kane, I've brought him in against Brighton as well. And Haaland up front as my captain. Now, check this out for a team, guys. Check this out. I know there's going to be some people rolling their eyes at Dallo and some people rolling their eyes at Martial. But Martial, for me, he's looking for... Yeah, he's fit. He's fit, Brew. He's fit, man. He looks on it. He looks on it. Against Man City, he was the only United player that was dragging, for me, he was, again, the difference. Okay, so you could argue that City were cruising at that point. They'd made some changes. They were a bit sloppy at the back. Yes, you could say that, but he was still alert. He was still active. He got involved. Great penalty. An amazing penalty. If you watch that penalty back, it's one of the best penalties I've seen this season. That is the best penalty I've seen this season. Top corner, finesse, and the header as well to follow up to score the second. I mean, amazing. Congrats, Steve. Madison has made you happy with 36 points. Was Steve-O in the chat? I didn't see him. My name is Steve-O, by the way, just in case you were wondering. Watkins decent for 1 week punt. I mean, he's just his finishing, man. It lets him down. It just lets him down. I don't think a lot of people are going to get in Martial. And this is why I want to go differential. I know for me against Steve-O, Martial and Kane and Dallo are 3. So just to kind of go through the moves, right? So Martial, Dallo and Kane are going to be the transfers that I think can get me to that kind of, a bit of that edge on Steve-O. I think that, to be honest with you, Steve-O didn't have Tony anyway. But I think I've improved my attacking options, and I haven't really damaged my defense like in the process. So yeah, I'm really happy with the moves, and I've done them early. And the reason I've done them early is I'm not thinking about it all week, because what I tend to do is if I'm thinking about stuff, it'll be playing on my mind all week, and then I eventually get to this whole debate in my head like why should I do it? Why shouldn't I do it? You know, I'll try and talk myself out of the moves. I'll try and second guess myself. Whereas if I just do them now, they're done. It's done. It's whatever happens. If I get price rises, great. I don't think I will, but if I do, then so be it. I'm super happy with it. So thank you, Brew. I got 128 points and still all my chips, but wildcard, nice one. 598 points. Wow, Josh, that's brilliant. What's your overall rank? What's that, like 30k? I mean, I don't even want to guess. Well done, man. Martial brought him in for Isaac this week, bro. Very good. Huge game week for you, Josh. Brilliant score. So I'm guessing you had Bowen, Haaland, Trippier, Maddison in your team. Top 25k, brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Hey Simon, how you doing, mate? Welcome. I think people are rolling in now. They wanted to know what's going on. So yeah, for you just rolling in, I've done a -8. I've brought in Harry Kane. I've brought in Martial. So I put Harry Kane in for Tony. I put Martial in for Jesus, and I brought Dallo in for Trent. And I have no regrets. I have absolutely no regrets. Beginning of the season, I was saying Trent isn't the be all and end all. I brought him back. I brought him in eventually because I was fearful of not owning him. I'm not fearful of not owning Trent at the moment. That could change at some point when Liverpool start turning a corner. Could be in a few weeks. Could be after the World Cup. Who knows? 14 points and hasn't played 90 minutes for Martial. Was thinking of, yeah. I mean, I just think that if you're Ten Hag stood on the sideline, and you're watching Martial and you're thinking, you know what, he's much better than Rashford. He's a much better he's a much better striker than Rashford is. Rashford's great on the left, but you stick Rashford in the middle, barring getting in behind teams one-on-one, he's useless. He can't do anything. He can't do anything with his back to goal. And Martial just provides so much more versatility and much more output when it comes to playing, a striker position. So I really think that going forward, Martial will be the preferred option in that position. And obviously pre-season, beginning of the season, Martial played very, very well before he got injured. So bit worried about making mistakes. Don't worry about making mistakes. I mean, just it depends obviously how competitive you are, but because most people are going to captain Haaland anyway, I mean, these moves, you're kind of just trying to play poker now. And yeah, you're going to have the likes of Maddison, the likes of De Bruyne, Martinelli. Like in my team, for example, Trippier, like the ones in my team are popular picks. I mean, James, Trippier, Martinelli, Zaha, Maddison, De Bruyne, Haaland. I mean, eight of the 11, are the popular picks. But those three players, those 3 players that, you know, 7, 8 of your 11 are going to be what everyone else has got. But those 3 players or 4 players, those are the ones that give you that opportunity to gain that edge. Now, you could get it right, you could get it wrong. But like the risk isn't too bad because the captaincy is going to be pretty much the same. But, you know, if you do pick that differential that comes through for you against, you know, the template or the most common you know, template team at the moment, you are going to see benefits and you're going to see your rank climbing up the table. And it's just easier said than done. Less sheep here, absolutely. Well, I would like to think that we've got less sheep in our community, but I mean, this could easily backfire on me, guys. I completely am aware that, you know, taking Tony out, you know, he's still got some good fixtures. Tony still got some goals in him. Could easily backfire. Bringing Martial in, who's not played a full 90 minutes for a long time now, is a risk. But United are going to they're going to want to bounce back after that City performance. And against Everton of all teams, I think they're pathetic. I see Martial getting a good part of that game to play. I see him starting. I mean, if he doesn't start, I see him making an impact in the game. It is a risk, but it's like isn't he like 6.9? Martial's 6.9, I think. Let's double check. It's just absolutely, 6.9. I mean, for 6.9, Man United attacker, I mean, they will score goals. And Martial will be at in and around the opportunities. What the chat's saying? Why would you take Jesus out? Have you seen how he's playing? He's playing very good, ABJ, but it's part of my plan of getting players gone for the game week 12 blank. I certainly think that Jesus could punish me. Absolutely. I've kept Martinelli, but I mean, I don't expect that to be a high scoring game. I think 1 goal winner, 2-1 to Arsenal, 2-1 to Liverpool. I don't see it being like a 3-0, 4-0. It'd be a tough game. So do I think Martial could match or outscore Jesus? Yes, I do, genuinely, for a much lower price point, and it's enabled me to bring in Harry Kane, who seems to be getting goals because, you know, he ticks over with the goals. He's on penalties. Tottenham are still, you know, a good team to have an asset of, and I think Harry Kane is, you know, the preferred asset for United for Tottenham in attack. Moving forward against Brighton, I think it'll be a tough game for them, but I think they'll get a goal, and I think Harry Kane will be... I mean, I brought players in who I think are going to have an impact. I mean, Dallo for me is... I watch United, I see Dallo, he's passionate, he's bombing it down the wing, he will get balls in, he'll create opportunities, and he's cheap as chips. Everton with the best defence in the league, get out of town. Get out of town. They ain't got the best defence. Everton haven't lost the last 7 games in all comps and have the best defence in the league. They are, just because the stats say it, man. They're pathetic. They're pathetic. Just watch. Just watch what's going to happen. Why would you take... I've read that one. My transfer plans are on hold at the moment. Don't want to sell Jesus now with Liverpool and Leeds. Hang on, I just need to turn on the fan because it's getting really hot in here. Don't want to sell Jesus with Liverpool and Leeds to come, but I will be in the same boat as many with a lot of Man City and Arsenal players for the blank. So what are you going to do? What are you guys planning on doing for the blank game week? Are you just planning on benching all 3 of your assets? I'm guessing Haaland, De Bruyne, Jesus, or Haaland, De Bruyne, Martinelli, and just transferring the other 2 out, or the other 3 out. How are you navigating it? Brian Tavera says, I like the Dallo pick. I think he's 1 yellow away from... Yeah, he likes to get his yellow cards. Hey, Gravy Dave. Liverpool will pick up. Yeah, they will. Just when? It's just when will they pick up? Will they pick up against Arsenal? That's the question. I don't know when to wildcard. I've got 3 City, 3 Arsenal at the moment. I mean, you don't need to wildcard. Just transfers or just having a strong bench will do that for you. I mean, there's even an argument. There's even an argument to play Botman against Brentford. Double up of Newcastle defense. I know a lot of people have got, Pope and Trippier. I mean, who in the chat would play Botman over Dallo? Seriously. I only have 4 who are playing. We'll do Martinelli to someone. The thing is with Martinelli, I've gained value with Martinelli, whereas with Jesus, I hadn't gained any value with him, so I was happy to just trade him out. If Martial does well against Everton, I expect him to go back up to 7.1. Get myself a price rise in him. I'm going Haaland to Kane for game week 12 and Foden to Salah. Bringing Haaland back in game week 13. Nice. Don't worry, guys. I've taken a -12 this season and I'm on 598. Absolutely, you can take hits this season. Any season you can take hits, right? Any season, you could take hits and be better off than, by doing so. Like, don't be discouraged from taking hits if you really like the look of the changes you're making to your team. Like, so many people are like, I can't do these transfers because, I don't want to be taking a hit. And ultimately, people that are willing to take risks, they will outscore them. If anyone's watched the channel for multiple years, you know that I'm not. I'm no stranger to taking a -12, a -16, or even a -20 when the need arises. And I would actually say that more times than not, they've actually benefited me more than I've lost. Simon says, I like the changes. It's ballsy. Will surely confuse the hell out of Steve-O. Yes. Gravy Dave. Steve-O was saying about Costa. He likes Costa. He's 5.5, isn't he? Yeah. I mean, why not? That could be that one ballsy move. I'll be best halfway through the season. I normally suck at the first half. -4 Isaac to Jesus. Isaac got 9, and then I had to take a -4 Isaac to Martial for this week. I mean, I like the fact that you've done the Martial move, Josh, because you're doing so well at the game at the moment. You're obviously making good decisions. So you've made that Martial in. I like it. I can agree more. Good hits outplayed for years, never taking hits, but changed during the coronavirus. Yeah. Oh, shouldn't have said that. Gonna get in trouble now. Nice one, Juicy. 106 points for Juicy. Haaland is scoring more than 40 goals this season, says XN Music. Yeah, I mean, maybe it is the United fan in me that's brought Martial in, to be fair. I do like to have a Man United player in my team when possible. And the two I like, I love Dallo. I think Dallo is an absolute brilliant right back for us. And I think that, a fit Martial at 6.9 is just too good. It's too good of an opportunity to ignore. So both at really good price points can easily come good. Random junkies like Martial, question mark, question mark, question mark. Yes. Yes, exclamation mark, exclamation mark, exclamation mark. We know that you like Martial and Dallo. Yeah, you've been banging on about them since the beginning. Yeah, the season started. I do. And it's a shame that Martial get injured. It is a shame. But now he's, for me, I feel he's fit to play. He's a differential, man. I might just captain Martial. Am I against Mitrovic? No, I'm just not convinced with his fitness, to be honest with you. I think he was carrying an injury. And I don't think he's going to be fully sharp. That's what I feel about Mitrovic. I do like Mitrovic. I think he's a good asset, good player. I'm not overly bullish on Fulham, to be fair, though. I knew we would lose, but in my heart, I wanted us to pull out off when Martial scored. I was buzzing. Yeah, the comeback. Josh, that comeback would have been insane, but yeah, it was a bit too late in the day. So yeah, just happy to share my team. Happy to see you guys in the chat. I wasn't sure if anyone would be online at this time of day because a lot of people would be working, and a lot of people would be sleeping. Especially people in the States. So yeah, and I know this is a good time for people in Australia and like Asia and New Zealand and such. So it'd be interesting to see. I really, really want to see what Steve-O said. Because Steve-O, he said in a members video that if Maddison does well, he's going to come on and he's going to do a stream. But I was waiting for it. I was saying Steve-O's going to do a stream now because Maddison came in. Let's just quickly look at Steve-O's team. So you got 87 points. So 83 with the -4. So Steve-O, the redemption, Maddison redeemed Steve-O. He redeemed all the owners, like everyone that captained him, because obviously people were very much depressed because Haaland got the return that he did. Maddison almost matched him. Like, I think that was like get out of jail free card. Like as much as people said no one expected Haaland to get a hat-trick and assists, I think nobody really expected Maddison to get 2 goals and an assist as well. I mean, the free kick was ridiculous. So, and I remember saying on the stream, Steve, I said, like, don't stress right now. Everyone was kind of raging about Haaland. I'm like, well, you haven't seen Maddison. You haven't seen Maddison play yet. Like, give him a chance. Let him play his game. And everyone was like, no, his bloody game's boring now. And to be honest, I completely agree. I mean, people with no brains can just captain Haaland now and just get off with it without having to think. But Maddison really came through, and a proof that there is alternatives out there to Haaland. Not many, but there are, and you can still be doing very well if you didn't captain Haaland this week. The Steve-O's team is, he's. I mean, he's got Isaac. I wonder what he's going to do with Isaac. I'm not super impressed with his picks. Don't really like Sufal. Mitrovic is a doubt for me. Other than that, really, it's like the same team as me. He's got Cancelo. I've got, Dallo. But yeah, I think that's... So yeah, really the difference is I've got Dallo, he's got Cancelo. I'm playing a 3-4-3. And I imagine that he will do something. I think he'll do the same. He'll get Isaac gone. Wonder if he'll bring in Costa. I really do. I really do wonder if he'll bring Costa in. But yeah, I'm very much looking forward to Steve-O's next stream, finding out what his mindset is going into Game Week 10, and also finding out what his thoughts are with my decision to take a -8, early -8. Steve-O's blood still boiling from that 18+ stream. He won't get Martial in. Animations, he will not get Martial in. I'm willing to bet anything he won't get Martial. He will not bring in Martial. He'll bring in Wilson. Yeah, but Wilson. Happy I'm seeing you do your own picks like Martial and Dallo. Yeah, I mean, it can backfire, guys. I completely agree. And this is the thing about playing FPL. Understanding the risk, being at peace with it, making the decisions early. Like, make the decision early, not necessarily make the transfer early. I've made the transfer early. That's purely because my mental mindset. I'll be thinking about it all week and I'll be like, should I do it? Shouldn't I do it? Should I do it? And I'll be like, talking my way out of it. So, I'm happy that I've done it. I'm happy that I've done it. And barring any freak injuries, which I hope that there is none, yeah, I'm confident. But I've still got a decent bench. I mean, I don't know why I've got him there. Botman. I don't know why to play Botman. Oh no, man. See, I got 3 decent bench options. 3 decent bench options. Like, I've absolutely got. I'm so comfortable with this team. I really am. If Martial doesn't play for whatever reason, I do think he will. Then I'll just get Botman off and have 2 Newcastle defenders. Newcastle are looking all right. Haaland rested? No, man. Pep doesn't want to rest him. Tony will score to kind of pay me back. Is that what you're saying, animations? I don't know, man. I think that Brentford are going to find that game really difficult. I reckon Man United will win 2-0. So Cancelo may hurt your rank this week. Well, he's not done anything to suggest he's going to hurt my rank. I mean, yeah, he could do, but what's he done that's giving me signs that I need to hold on to him? Again, he's blanking Game Week 12. He's a player that I need to sort out before Game Week 12. I've done it early. I've sorted it out early, and I've brought in a player that I think not only has got decent fixtures, but has got a good output. You're thinking like I did. I made up points last game week to take hits for this week. Yeah, I mean, 104 points, 100 points. I mean, 92 points. I mean, still respectively in the top 700k. And, you know, there or thereabouts in the top 10, top 15 of the mini leagues that I take seriously. So, I mean, talking about mini leagues, I mean, the biggest one obviously is the Rivals League. So I've 25 now in the Rivals League. And in the YouTube League, I'm 16th. 16th in the YouTube Chat League. So it's again, these leagues still wide open. 524, I'm 55 points from 55 points between me and Dave in top. I mean, that's 2 game weeks, right? 2 good game weeks, I could catch those points and start challenging to the top 4. I mean, it could happen. So, yeah, and then you look at like top 4 where John is at the moment, 26 points away. 26 points away from me and John Harris. I mean, yeah, I've done a -8. So, you know, it's 34 points, but still one good game week, one I'll say captaincy, but a couple of differential players doing well, starts eating away at that points gap, points deficit. Is anyone, can I just ask right now, like genuinely right now in the chat, if you're watching this, are you thinking of captaining anyone else other than Haaland this week? Like, being serious. Because if Haaland blanks against Southampton, wow, what an opportunity of gaining rank. Because everyone in the top 10k is going to captain Haaland. Everyone in the top 50, like, everyone is going to captain Haaland, like anyone that's seriously playing the game, because of the fear, right? But is anyone actually going to captain someone different? Maybe De Bruyne? Thinking it, yes. Doing it, no. Could you imagine the upside, though? Could you imagine if Haaland didn't do anything against Southampton and it was like KDB, Foden, Mahrez or something getting the points? Haaland blanks, gets 2 points, doubled to 4. Everyone's raging, and then like the likes of, I mean, I'm just spitting out, like Maddison against Bournemouth, for example, or, you know, Kane against Brighton, you know, just because I've got them, you know. Jesus against Liverpool goes crazy, gets a brace. You know, no one's going to captain those players, are they? No one. Everyone's too scared. Everyone's too scared of going against the grain. And I'm gonna be the same. I would love to I would love to have the bottle to captain someone else other than Haaland, but I know that like if it backfires, then I'm going flying down the ranks. Like, it's too much risk. Are you saying Haaland will be benched? Alvarez starts? I mean, the chances of that, man. I mean, Pep he's a machine. He's an absolute machine. He's an animal. He'll play 90 minutes week in, week out. Haaland is a pure rank killer and season ender. I mean, don't forget, guys, he has blanked already this season, right? Multiple occasions. Prior to the hat trick, he blanked against Wolves. No, he didn't. Shit. He hasn't. Never mind, he hasn't blanked. He scored against Wolves. Shite. Yeah, he hasn't blanked. Oh, yeah, he did. Against Bournemouth. He didn't get a goal, but he got an assist. Against Bournemouth, he got 5 points. Okay, so, yeah, he hasn't blanked. Why did I honestly thought he blanked once. I honestly thought he blanked once this season, and now I'm like, What was the goal he scored against Wolves? I can't even remember that game. It backfired for me already, Captain Tony. When did you captain Tony, Adin? He can be on for 15 minutes against Southampton and still get a hat-trick. I'm not going against Haaland the whole year. I've captained him every week apart from Son. So game week 12 is literally going to be a gift. It's going to be a gift for managers that want to think for themselves. It's like, you don't have to worry about Haaland that week because he's not playing. And then look at the fixtures. Like, no one's not going to... Look at this. Like, he blanks 12 and then literally the fixtures. I mean, there's no fixtures anyway that are, like, Man City are just head and shoulders above everyone else anyway. So even Chelsea away, Man United home, they shouldn't be black. They shouldn't be considered red fixtures. Every fixture, like Liverpool away, it's gonna blow teams away. Like there's not a defender in the Premier League that I think can control Haaland. Like maybe prime Van Dijk, but Van Dijk's playing like a sausage at the moment. It's like a potato. So like it just makes defenses look like idiots. Afternoon, hey Dan, 90 points a game week. Nice one, dude. Great to see a stream at lunchtime. Thank you. I figured I was asking myself, do I do a stream? Like, because Steve likes to do the private member videos, whereas like I like to talk to people. Like I can't just go on a tangent about my day, like what I've been doing in my life, like he can. So I just thought, I'll fire up a stream, see who comes in, and we've had a decent amount of people coming in and chatting. So we'll still have him on. We're still going to captain him on Game Week 12. Make sure you vice captains What, and Harry Kane or something. New rule for FPL next season: if you can't captain same player back-to-back game weeks, that would be interesting. Does it? That would be very interesting. You can't captain that. I like that. I really like that, but that would kill the game. I like the idea, but it would kill the game. All the casuals would absolutely rage. They'll quit. They'll quit the game. Why are you guys saying Saliba? Why are you guys saying Saliba for? The Haaland makes the game more even. It means that the double points from the captain become less important. Yeah, but like nailing the captaincy pick is something which is like an additional, like, for me, like the joy of nailing a captaincy is super, like, it's such a great feeling. And now my captaincy means nothing. Like, it absolutely means nothing to me. Saliba is a good match for Haaland. Maybe. Yeah, lots of people bringing Saliba in. He's blanking in 2 weeks. I mean, what are they doing? People bringing in Saliba probably got 3 City, 3 Arsenal. Oh, they probably bring in a third Arsenal in 3 City. They're like, oh yeah, it's going to blindly go into blank game week. What are they going to do? Free hit? Saliba is humanity's last chance to stop the Terminator. Yeah. What do you like? Just what do you think Haaland's going to be priced at next season? Like, if he gets 40 plus goals, like, what are they going to price him at? Is he going to be the highest, the most expensive player ever in FPL? Haaland would floor Saliba. I think Haaland literally would run rings around Saliba. I'm sorry to say it. 14 million, 13 million, 13.5 million, 13.5 million. Yeah, like the Van Persie price. 14 million. Honestly, wouldn't surprise me if they put him at 40. If he scores 40 goals, FPL are going to put him at 14 million. If he scores over 40 goals, FPL are going to start him at 14 million, I think. Haaland, 15 million, Sparta says. 15 million, that's a lot. Oh, get over it, Dan. He wanted to win some trophies, okay? That's why he came to us. Ever since he was a little boy, he dreamed of playing Man United. 14.5 at this rate, absolutely. Dan, we need to get you back on the weekend as well. Looking forward to the fixtures this weekend. I really am. It's going to be a really long November, isn't it? Really long November, really long December. Just enjoying the fixtures while we got them. And this weekend, let's go to the 3 o'clocks. Is Steve-O going to do the 3 o'clocks? If he is, then I'll probably join him. Bournemouth, Leicester, Maddison, Chelsea, Wolves. I mean, people with Reece James. City, Southampton. I mean, who's got Haaland? Anyone? Haaland, De Bruyne, Cancelo, Foden. I really want Foden in my team. I really would like Foden, but if after the blank, maybe I'll look at trying getting him in. Newcastle, Brentford, Wilson. Anyone's taking a punt on Almiron? Anyone? Trippier, of course. Botman for me as well. Brighton versus Spurs. I mean, that's a game. That's good. I think that'll be a tight game. Maybe like a 1-0, 2-1. Brighton could easily beat Spurs 2-1. It's tough to call that one for me. And then, of course, going into Sunday's games, like to me, Saturday I've got assets playing in all of the games. Sunday, Leeds Crystal Palace. I mean, Zaha, West Ham, Fulham doesn't bother me that much. Arsenal, Liverpool will be a good game. Do you think that game's going to be open, guys? Arsenal going to get a majority of the possession, do you think? I think Liverpool will be counter-attacking Arsenal. Everton, Man United, we're going to have to bounce back. Let's bring hopefully Martial starts, because that would be egg on my face if he doesn't. And then Monday night, I don't care about that game. Really don't. I had Almiron on my bench. No, man. Dude, I had Botman, to be fair. I hope Brighton beat Spurs. They could easily beat Spurs. Could easily beat Spurs. I mean, there's me bringing in Harry Kane, but it just seems to be getting goals. So Sanchez or Ray in game week 10? I'd probably go. I'd probably save points. I'd go Sanchez. Yeah, I'd probably go Sanchez. I think that Newcastle will beat Brentford comfortably, but I do think Brighton have got a chance of holding out. Like, it wouldn't surprise me if Brighton beat Spurs 1-0. It really would not surprise me. So I think there's a higher chance Brighton at home, Sanchez, get a clean sheet than Brentford and Raya. So, especially the way the Newcastle are playing. Top 10k is on, yeah. Play Trossard over him. Oh, that's okay then. Yeah, you had too many points anyway, Josh. You can't have any more points. You're not allowed anymore. I believe in Rashford, yeah. I mean, just need to play him in the right position. They're not getting the best out of him playing him in the centre. I got 70 points here with Salah captain, but more gutted Almiron on first bench. Yeah, I mean, 70 points it's a good, respectable, game week score. But this week, with what's happened with Maddison, Trossard, Bowen, Haaland, it just seems to pale in comparison with some people getting over 100. He hopes Solanke scores against Ward. Yeah, I mean, I'm sticking with Ward in goal this week, so Ward's a beast. When I saw Rashford starting, I was like dreading it because I transferred him out for Zaha. Obviously, Zaha blanked. So when I saw that Rashford had started, I was like, oh no, he's going to punish me. But he didn't, so it's all right. But we got battered. I wanted Rashford to hit City too, but yeah. Brighton going attack-wise. Yeah, I mean, they are looking really good, Brighton, to be fair. They're looking like a really solid team. It could be challenging for Europe. Rashford, Martial up front, double hattie. Oh man, I love the optimism. I love the optimism against what is the almighty Everton defense, right? The best defense in the league, as a few people mentioned earlier on in the stream. I'm not overly convinced by that. Sorry to offend. But I need to get in touch with Steve-O. We're going to find out when we're streaming. Probably going to do a stream on Friday. There will be probably a members video at some point, either today, tomorrow, or Thursday. Costa will score on Saturday. Yeah, I know Steve-O keeps going on about Costa. The only problem is, like, discipline's an issue. Wolves is an issue. Fixtures after game week 10. After game week 10 could be someone that really. I mean, against Nottingham Forest, you might want him in, right? Because they looked shocking last night. Could easily be an option. Could you imagine the money I'd save if I hadn't brought in Kane? It's pretty much get anyone. Get Salah back in my team. Easy way. That's an easy way back into Salah, to be fair. Down the road. Easy way back into Salah. Just do those two transfers. Boom. Back into Salah. 3-4-3 or the 4-3-3. No, 4-4-2. 3-4-3 or 4-4-2 with that, and then not doing it now, but he's an enabler at 5.5. But I'd have to see more of Costa before I got excited about him. Like, there's a lot of unknowns about how he's going to gel in that Wolves team. His discipline. Wolves are a problem for me. He looked lively the last 20 minutes. Okay, he's 33, but yeah, I mean, he's a good striker, but you know, he's a bit of a loose cannon, is Costa. Costa of Fulham. All right, okay. No, I don't know why. I don't know why you're so excited about Fulham. I mean, I got Andreas in. I mean, the fixtures aren't the worst. Quickly have a look at the chat. The YouTube League is any changes. We've seen Gary Halliwell falling out of the top 4 into 5th, and along with Brendan. We've seen John's gone into top 4. 96 points. Captained Haaland, Jesus, De Bruyne, Maddison, vice captain. Good points from Trippier also. Decent. All he needed was Bowen. He would have got a monster haul, but great to see him going into the top 4. We've got John McEwen, FPL Sparta, who's in the chat right now. Dude, you are literally storming it. 109 points. No hit taken. Second place in the YouTube League. Just Bowen. The trifecta. He's got the trifecta in Maddison, Bowen and Haaland. Beautiful. 0 points for Mitrovic. Still got 109 points. Just the stuff. That's the stuff that things are dreams are made of. I mean, all that you needed was Trossard. If you had Trossard in instead of Martinelli or something like that, they just. You imagine if you had Trossard in a 3-5-2. In a 3-5-2, Trossard instead of Mitrovic, like, it'd been like brilliant, wouldn't it? Like, you'd have had the ultimate team. So yeah, good to see the two Johns are moving into the top 4 in the YouTube chat league. I mean, putting pressure straight away. I mean, not many. 18 points between. I mean, he's got a bit of a lead. As a David, Hollandaise Source, David Foster. He's got a bit of a lead. He's got Solanke in. He's bullish on Bournemouth. So it's all on the differentials, really. It really is on the differentials. What are you going to do? Like, Sparta, I mean, you've got... What are you going to do with Mitrovic? Are you going to keep Tony? Are you looking at seeing what John's got, David's got in his team, seeing if you can make some sort of cheeky differential picks on him? When you're chasing, you can make these moves, right? Like, when you're defending, you want to be safe. You want to play it safe. David Foster again, top of the Rivals League. MCFC Ryan in second, 102 points this week. No hit taken, 205,000 in the world. Crazy. He has Rashford. Nico Williams -1, Rashford 1, Tony 1. Still got 102 points. All the points coming from Maddison, Haaland, Jesus, De Bruyne, Trippier, Ward in goal. It's crazy, isn't it? Still get 102 points. People getting like 0 points for Mitrovic, -1 for Nico Williams, like 1 for Rashford, still 1 for Tony. Still being able to get like crazy scores. Notable mentions: Capkin, friend of the show, Capkin FPL, 102 points. Good game week for him. Similar team to a lot of people. You got the outline picks of Saka, the double up there with Saka, Martinelli. Mitrovic obviously disappointing. No one really stands out in that team as a real kind of punt. Like, pretty safe team. Like people going into next game week, I feel that there's going to be some moves for differentials. I really do. Not quite as much as me in the Dallo Martial move, but I do think there's definitely going to be differential picks going into next game week, because people are going to have to try and outsmart their rivals in the mini leagues, and the only way of doing it is through the 10 other players other than Haaland, right? So you're going to see like the attackers, Mitrovic, Tony, Solanke coming in, Wilson maybe coming in for people. Will people go on to, like I said, the 5.5 Costa bandwagon? I don't think so just yet. Not serious players anyway, but it's an option. Martinelli, Zaha, yeah. Well, what's going on here? Well, great surprise. Going to be doing a members video when I get home. Yeah, Steve-O, talking about you, mate. Where was the stream? I didn't see the stream. Very disappointed in you. Not going live after that haul from Maddison. What a game that was. By the way, if you saw the interview with Maddison afterwards talking about England, that guy should be getting the opportunity to go to Qatar, but I don't know about Zaha. I'd be going Bowen over him this week. Nah. Bowen's got his points. That's it now. I went to sleep at 7. No way. What did you think when you woke up? I bet you had to look twice. You were like this, probably, like the cartoon character, like looking at it, look away, look again. Anywho, I knew nothing till about 2:30 this morning. Well, you should have gone live. You should have done a members video at 2:30 in the morning. Been like, right, guys, I'm just doing a stream at 2:30 in the morning. I've got to be quiet because the rest of the house is sleeping right now. But Maddison, that's what you should have been doing. Jumping around your room. I bet you went to work with a big smile on your face. I don't blame you. So this is it. So I'll be interested. You need to talk about the transfers I've made in your members video, because I want to watch it later on, see what your reaction is. Guys, on that note, it's been an hour, almost an hour. So thank you for being here. We'll be live again later in the week, talking about Game Week 10, previewing the upcoming games, talking about any news that happens midweek, team news going into the fixtures. So if you haven't already, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, follow us on Elite FPL, at Elite FPL on Twitter. Make sure to join us over on Discord, discord.gg/Elite FPL. This has been great. This has been awesome. And 2 o'clock now. I need to go and do some work. All the best. Take care.